Today, we welcome renowned international conservative political expert who supports the ruling government, Dr. Subro Kamal Datta, to give us the latest highlights of the elections currently going on in India. Good evening, Mr. Datta. It's great to have you for this show. So, can you give us an overview of how the legislative elections are going in India right now and who is leading?
Good evening, bonjour, monsieur, mademoiselle. It is a peak of the election time here in India, and the way things are going, it seems it is going to be a landslide victory for the Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, and for the ruling party, Bharatiya Janata Party. The opposition in the election, as I have noticed during the campaigning also, they were completely issueless. They were in a complete disarray and they were very, very unfocused. The focus was missing, and it was not at all a focused campaigning part of the opposition, except for personal slandering and very poisonous personal slangs on the Honorable Prime Minister. They did not have anything to offer to the people of India. And with that high crescendo of campaigning, it should have been quite obvious that the opposition should have had concrete plan of action. They should have had a proper, plan of how to move ahead and how to carry forward this ancient country called Bharat to the future. The manifesto of the major opposition party of Bharat, the Indian National Congress, if you look into their manifesto, it seems as though it is not a manifesto of a political opposition party in India, which is almost around 125 years old now. But it seems as though it is a manifesto of the Muslim League or the Indian Muslim League in comparison to the manifesto of the ruling government of the ruling party, the BJP. If you study the manifesto of the ruling party or the BJP, the manifesto is extremely multifaceted. It has a plan of action. It has a plan of action which is driven with a plethora of commitments, plethora of guarantee of the Honorable Prime Minister. The Honorable Prime Minister always says Modi ki guarantee or the guarantee of Modi. And the guarantee of Modi in the manifesto of the ruling party is made in such a way that there is a focus, there is a vision for Mission 247. Mission 247 is actually the 100 years of the celebration of Indian independence. You all know that India got independent in 1947. So from 1947 to 2047 makes exactly 100 years. So with the celebration of the centenary celebration of the Indian independence in 2047, the agenda and the manifesto of the ruling party is driven towards that.
Interesting. And do you think the Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be able to cross the 400 seats that the party wants to have this time? And does it seem like they are heading towards that goal?
Well, the 400 par or the 400 mission of the Honorable Prime Minister is a metaphysical phrase. It is a psychological phrase. It is a mental phrase. So that there is a benchmark which needs to be targeted. Even in the present government suspension, if you look into the numbers in the lower house of the Indian Parliament or the Lok Sabha, the NDA, the National Democratic Alliance, led by the Bharatiya Janata Party, already has 350 members in the lower house. And the other supportive parties, which are not a part of the NDA, but supports the NDA on important issues or supports the ruling government of the Honorable Prime Minister on important issues. Now, if those parties are taken into consideration, then it is already 400 in the present Lok Sabha itself. So the benchmark which the Honorable Prime Minister has set is for the 400 plus, because every party would want to expand and would want growth of the party.
You do believe that Prime Minister Modi will get a third mandate at the rate things are going?
Yes, yes, definitely. The landslide victory, in my understanding, it could be 350 plus, it could be 370, it could be 380, or it could be even 400 or above 400. So we just have to wait for another a week's time, because on the 4th of June uh, is the date of the counting. On the 4th of June, we will come to know about the final outcome.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, Mr. Datta, for your insights. Back to the studio with Georges Alexandre.